1. Price trend. According to Hizens monitoring data, the average domestic ex-factory price of ammonium sulfate was 1,690 yuan per ton on June 6, and the average domestic ex-factory price of ammonium sulfate was 1,646 yuan per ton on June 10. This week, the price of ammonium sulfate fell by 2.55%. 2. Market analysis. Ammonium sulfate prices fell this week. At present, the trading atmosphere in the market is flat, and the new orders are generally traded. In order to ease the pressure on shipments, ammonium sulfate companies have lowered prices one after another. The downstream purchases are mainly on demand, which is resistant to high prices. This week, the bidding price of ammonium sulfate was lowered, and some caprolactam enterprises were overhauled. As of June 10, coking-grade ammonium sulfate, the mainstream ex-factory price of ammonium sulfate in Shandong is about 1,550 yuan per ton, and the mainstream ex-factory price of ammonium sulfate in Hebei is about 1,500 yuan per ton. For power plant-grade ammonium sulfate, the mainstream ex-factory price of ammonium sulfate in Shandong is about 1,575 yuan per ton. For caprolactone-grade ammonium sulfate, the mainstream ex-factory price in Shandong is about 1,670 yuan per ton. The downstream compound fertilizer market price continued to be high this week. As the price of raw materials continued to rise, the cost support was strong, and the compound fertilizer market was strong. This week, the operating rate of compound fertilizer companies decreased, and most companies' quotations were suspended. Distributors are cautious in purchasing goods, and the market trend of compound fertilizers is still up in the short term. 3. Market outlook forecast. Hizens believes that the price of ammonium sulfate has fallen from a high level after rising in the previous period. At present, the domestic demand is general, there is no good news in the market, and the export market is weak. The downstream is cautious in taking goods, and manufacturers have lowered their quotations to reduce inventory. It is expected that the price of ammonium sulfate will fluctuate weekly and fall in the short term.